Hello everyone, and welcome to the introduction video for the ANCP. This party was made primarily to help people who can't find their place in any of the other parties. This video will hopefully outline the policies the party has and attract people to what we are all about. I will also outline the goals that we want to achieve with, hopefully, the support of everyone out there watching. Future videos will just address questions anyone sends me that I find need to be answered, as well as anything I want to mention myself. First, let's start with the political ideology. In the party name, two parts have already been listed, Nationalist and Centrist. There isn't really a centrist party in America, so hopefully that will provide proper representation of some people out there without any. Nationalist is also listed, which could allude to some other parties in the past, but I assure you we won't be like them. We consider nationalism as pride in your country. We hope that people use that pride to support the government, and hopefully it allows us to flourish. Other ideologies not there would be capitalist, which sets us apart from a lot of the other nationalist parties of the past, which were mostly socialist and communist. I was socialist myself for a while until I shifted back over due to more questioning of my political ideology. Many of you would probably wonder where this party rests on the political compass. I would say probably here. Say that's probably +3 and +2.3 or so. I will get to why it's like that in a moment. This party is aimed at those that aren't represented in the current bipartisan system. The most successful centrists didn't even make it past the primaries in the presidential election. That isn't okay. It's also unsettling that the last election had both candidates nearly identical to each other on the compass. We aren't representing a lot of Americans. Now, the reason we are above the authoritarian mark is because of the way we want to style the government. We want the government to be set up where there's a head who has a final say on all decisions, which would commonly be known as a dictator, with committees underneath him comprised of experts in certain fields, such as economics and military. These committees would work to find the best solutions and present them to the dictator, who would decide which one they think is best. We call it an oligarchical meritocracy, which is basically corporatism based on merit or achievement. Now, just because we have a dictator doesn't mean we want to be totalitarian. We've seen how oppressive that can be, and we definitely don't want that. The constitution reform we want to put in place will hopefully show us that socially, we are definitely giving a lot of freedoms. To name a few, we have freedom of speech, free religion, free press, right to peaceful assembly, right to contract, right to self-defense, and many more. This would definitely be a benevolent dictator, which acts swifter than Congress and gives a lot more freedoms than previous dictators. Most would say that this style of government is susceptible to corruption, but I assure you that the dictator being at the top would prevent this. In regards to economics, we have a system in which one of the committees has expert economists, probably Keynesian as that is what seems best, decide on a lot of economic issues. Businesses will still be able to have investors and the like, but a lot more restrictions will be put on these businesses to make sure no funny business is going on. This is mostly for consumers to make sure that they know what the company is making and selling, rather than having them be misled. Finally, we come to the goals of the party and what we plan to achieve in the long run. We want to, first, gain support and be recognized as a legitimate party. If we are able to gain enough support, our ultimate goal is to start our own country and implement the oligarchical meritocracy system, and start to make our own presence known on the international stage. We want to provide a better life for those who agree to our policies, and we want to make a productive government. This probably can't be achieved in my lifetime, but I will definitely try. Hell, I'm young and willing to make change. It just depends on whether people want to change with me. Well, that's all I got for you. Any questions, please send to my inbox, and I will try to be swift in answering them. I plan on making different videos related to American domestic issues first, then expanding my horizons to foreign policy if you all want it. Thank you for your time, and have a glorious day.